us?
I've been saying this. I think everybody knows this, and this is coming from Gary Payton, the glove, who saw Jordan up close and personal in his prime. And Gary Payton, Skip, we don't need to talk about defense because he could play it. Now, we keep talking about Patrick Beverly playing defense, all these other guys. This was a true guy that could guard. And he could really get up in the guys. But as GP said, he's a better creator. He's a better passer. He's a better rebounder. He's a better facilitator of the offense. And Skip, I think we throw it out a lot of times in baseball. You say, oh, he's a 5-tool guy. And I think a lot of times when we say, oh, he can guard 1 through 5, we throw that term around loosely. But this is what we know. We've seen LeBron James. The year Derrick Rose won the MVP, we saw LeBron James take him in the playoffs and shut him down. You remember the game they lost the first game, the second year go around, to the Spurs. They lost game 1. LeBron James took Tony Parker moving forward. And then in game 7, the last 5 minutes of the ball game, supposed to say, LeBron, you got Tim Duncan. That's what he can do. That's what I say. You guard 1 through 5. You go to point to the center. He could do that. We saw Jordan struggle against big guards. He couldn't do anything with Magic. Scottie Pippen took Magic. You remember game 1, his first finals. Magic had a triple-double. They won. They put Scottie Pippen on him. He hounded Magic for 94 feet. Changed the whole complexion of the series. We know that, Skip. That's not to diminish Mike. Skip, you can be good at, look, I wasn't as complete a tight end as Gronk. That doesn't diminish me. Gronk can block better than I could. That's okay. That doesn't take anything away from me to accentuate what he did. I think sometimes if you say, well, this guy can do this better than that guy, it's like almost like you're knocking the other guy. Michael Jordan is historically great. Very few guys have been able to score the ball like he can. He's an assassin. But if you just look at it, Jordan had averaged more points, but LeBron averaged more rebounds, more assists, shot a high percentage from the field, shot a high percentage from the 3. It is what it is, Skip. So GP is right on. As an overall player, I believe he's a better player, but as an overall player, complete, Bron has no equal.
The phrase that stuck in my craw was, he is, said Gary Payton, by far.
By far?
By far.
That'd be a long way, right?
That's a long way.
Okay. I just making sure we got our terminology correct.
And I think we need to qualify or maybe disqualify Gary Payton out of the Isaiah Thomas mold of having a little bit of jealousy and a little bit of resentment for a guy who kicked your ass. That's what happened. I'm sorry, that's what happened. 1996 finals, 6 games. Michael prevailed. Isaiah got the best of Michael for a while, but when Michael finally grew up and went to the weight room, thanks to the great Tim Grover, his trainer, it was over. And you know what happened in the end.
And Isaiah finally got old. Michael Jordan grew up and Isaiah got old.
Okay, so I will give you this. I've said this from the start. LeBron is definitely a little better passer than Michael was, but Michael just didn't pass. When he wanted to pass, it's not that he couldn't pass, he was a gifted passer. One year, he averaged 8 assists. Is that good? That's pretty great. And it wasn't that Michael couldn't rebound, he just didn't focus on rebounding because one year he averaged 8. So LeBron for his career has averaged 7.4 to Michael's 6.2 in rebounds. Okay, it's not that great a difference.
Skip, but if you average that, that's an extra rebound and a half per game, times 80, times 18. So how many more rebounds does he have?
So how many more inches does he have? He's 6 feet 9 inches tall and weighs what? What are we going to give him now? 260, 270? Michael at his peak, 6'6", 215-ish maybe? Right in there, 210, 215. Okay, so talk about bricks in his pocket. How about bricks in his thighs? How about, I mean, LeBron is a freight train. And to me, his career 7.4 rebounds should be 10+ rebounds. He should average double-digit rebounds.
Why?
He just didn't focus on it, and nor did Michael.
Skip. But see, the luxury that LeBron did not have that Michael had, Jordan could always have the luxury of just focus on scoring. LeBron had to score 27, go get your 7-8 rebounds, get your 7-8 assists. Jordan never had to worry about that.
10 scoring titles to LeBron's 1 scoring title. 10 to 1.
Skip, just imagine how many guys win scoring titles when they got to focus on other things. How many scoring titles for Magic? Because Magic not only scored, he had to facilitate the offense.
I know,
it's easier.
But when you can score the basketball better than anybody's ever scored it, that's what you do. because that's how you're going to win. That propelled them to 6 championships in 6 tries, and he won 6 MVPs.
He did that. But like I said, Skip, LeBron also, Jordan had Pip. He had other guys to rebound. More times than not, LeBron's going to lead the team in assists and points, and he's going to be 1 or 2 in rebounds.
Well, now he's got the best rebounder in basketball, or so you say.
Yeah.
Right? The savior.
But
Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
He'll beat you like a drum.
GP is not just talking about, we're talking about a body of work, 18 years. Look at what this man done. He only one time has he not led his team in scoring. He's never not had a situation where he led the team in assists. More times than not, he led the team in scoring and assists. Has Jordan ever done that? One time. One time. All those championships, who was the team that led him in assists? Scottie Pippen. Did he lead him in rebounding? No, he did not.
6 championships in 6 tries. That's all you need to know. Bottom line, game over.
No, Skip, it's good. You can't do that. You can't do that, Skip.
I just did it because everybody does it except you. But here we go. This is what really flipped my switch about what Gary Payton said.
What flipped your switch?
The glove. I'm ready to take off the gloves.
He put his gloves on Jordan.
Yeah.
You remember he put the gloves on him in 96?
He locked him up.
Locked it.
He said, Gary Payton said, that LeBron handles better than Michael handled. That is flat out wrong because even LeBron has been self-deprecating about, I don't have a great handle. He doesn't have a great handle. He's a great passer without a great handle. He's actually too tall to have a great handle. He's too big. He's a shaky three-point and free throw shooter because his hand-eye is not great. That God didn't give him. God gave him a lot of things, but didn't give him that. Michael Jordan had huge hands and a great handle. He obviously wasn't the point guard, but he was a flawless handler of the basketball. Most of it was in creating his own shot as opposed to distributing and creating other shots.
Neither guy has Steph Curry, Kyrie, handles like that.
Okay.
Harden.
But Michael, you're underrating if you say that LeBron has a better handle. Check back the quotes. You can find quote after quote from LeBron. He will scoff at himself when it comes to handling the basketball.
Yeah, but Skip, because he looks at what these guys can do with the basketball now, the way they can dance with the basketball and have it like as a yo-yo. I mean, you probably didn't play with yo-yos, but when I was coming up, yo-yos were a big thing. And so, we had,
Duncan yo-yo?
Yeah. I used to walk the dog with it. Yeah, I used to do all that with it, around the world like 4 or 5 times with it. So LeBron is looking at, I don't have handles like Kyrie. I don't have handles like Steph and Dame and James Harden. Them guys just pat it, just sit down with it like that. No. But Skip, as an overall player, come on, Skip, we can agree. It's okay.
Okay, so if the conclusion is LeBron can do more things a little better than Michael, I've given you that from the start. But in the end, Michael did one thing way better than LeBron. He could score it, and he could drive a team to victory the way LeBron can't. He was the mentally toughest player versus one of the mentally weaker superstars I have ever closely
You can't use that. You can't say that. You can't say that, Skip.
Michael had no flameouts like the 2011 meltdown that LeBron suffered against the Dallas
It was
Mavericks.
funny that you mentioned that. I'm looking at these 3 games in the 96 finals, in which game 4, Michael Jordan went 6 of 19. In game 6, to close that game, which they won.
Steph-like.
Whoa. To close our game, they won that ball game. He went 5 of 19. And in the final 3 games, Michael Jordan was 1 of 3 from 9. Now, you just killed Steph Curry. You just killed it.
You meant 1 of 9 from 3.
From 3.
Okay. You said 1 of 3 from 9.
One of 9 from 3.
He might have tried him from 9. I don't know. Did they have a 9-point shot? I don't know.
But let you tell it, Michael Jordan can shoot better than Steph from 3.
I didn't say that.
You will.
They didn't even feature the 3-point shot.
It didn't feature. It got nothing to do with it. Steph Curry made them feature it.
Yeah. Who was the MVP of that finals? Help me out.
Should have been Scottie Pippen.
Oh, it was Jordan.
Should have been Scottie Pippen.
It should not have been Scottie Pippen. No, nobody said that except you.
Should have been Scottie Pippen.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you make it seem like somebody's won Finals MVP in which LeBron has won over LeBron. I know you tried to give it to Kyrie that year they beat the Warriors. Talking about Kyrie should have been MVP.
Was that not the shot of shots?
So somebody win the MVP on one shot.
No, I never said Kyrie was the MVP. I just said he made the shot. He closed the deal.
We created the shot.
You did not create the shot. He danced and created his own shot.
The shot would have never happened without the block. You forget now, Skip, we was down at 7 points, and LeBron scored all 7 to tie it up.
It's the most overrated block in block history.
Nah.
It is.
It's the equivalent of Malcolm Butler's interception.
Really?
It's the equivalent.
Oh, wait. Did somebody cut in front before Malcolm Butler cut to pick off the pass?
Brandon Brown had to do the
really?
jack move at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, did he? I
Yeah.
just remember J.R. Smith undercutting Iguodala and stopping him in his tracks so that he was about to dunk it and he had to slow down and say, "Oh, I better shoot this off the glass." And LeBron caught up.
LeBron would have dunked it.
Blindside.
LeBron would have dunked it. LeBron would have went down and still dunked it.
Sneak attack. Way to go, LeBron.
But you want to
Great
talk about
block.
where he came from.
Yeah.
You want to talk about where he came from. You do realize